Evil Skull Nail Art Tutorial by Hot Pink Zebra Polish. Begin by painting your ring nail white and your thumb, pointer, middle, and pinky nails with a black French tip. On your pointer nail, we're going to start with a medium gray paint, and we're going to be painting the shape of a skull. So I'm going to start with the top of the skull and paint a rounded shape, and you don't want it to go all the way up to your cuticle. And I'm going to go down, and I'm going to paint his chin, and then I'm going to be adding the jawbone. So I'm just going to square it off at the bottom because you want it to be kind of like his mouth is open, and then add the cheekbones off to the side. So now with black paint, I'm going to be sketching out. I'm going to start with the nose, and I'm going to do all the facial features. And if these get a little bit too big or too small, etc., we can always fix them with more black or more gray paint, so don't feel too concerned that it has to get perfect on the first try. You can always fix any mistakes that occur. So I'm going to now work on his eyes since I got the nose in place, and I would always suggest starting in the middle of the face and working outward. I don't know why, it just seems like that works for me the best. So then once you got the eyes, you want to fill those in, and as you can see, mine aren't even. They definitely look different. I couldn't tell this when I was painting, but you know, I'll fix it. So everyone makes mistakes. And I'm going to also just make those little lines above the eyes just to show where the brow bone would be. And I'm also going to outline the cheeks, and this is going to make him look a little bit more haunted looking, like he's a skull, I guess. And then I'm going to add two little black spots for the holes in the jaw area, and then I'm going to be adding his mouth. I'm going to be painting the outlines of every single tooth here. So now, as I mentioned, I'm going to be going through and I'm going to be fixing those eyes that got a little bit strange looking, and thinning out anything else, and just fix anything that you feel needs fixing. And now I'm going to water down some black paint, and I'm going to shade in the head. So I'm going to start by shading the one side of the top of the skull, and then you definitely want to shade above the brow bone. And then on the cheeks, and then down below on the jaw. And I'm also going to add just some lines just to define the teeth area a little bit. And then you want to highlight with watered down white paint. So I'm going to highlight the one spot on the head that I didn't darken, and then underneath the eyes. And I'm going to put just a little bit of that watered down paint in each tooth. This is just going to brighten them a little bit and make them a little bit more vivid. And this is optional, but I'm going to be adding a crack in the skull. And then, again, optional, I'm going to outline it. This is just going to make it pop a little bit more on the nail. On your thumb, just to add a little bit of cuteness to this evil nail design, I'm going to be painting a cartoon skull. So start by painting a circle in the upper corner of your nail, and then add just a little square below it, and then make an X shape below that, and then add two little dots on the end of each point on the X. And there you've got a skull and crossbones. So now I'm going to be filling in my skull with white paint, and you want to leave a thin black outline. If you don't want to add the layering technique like I'm using here, you could do it the same way we painted the other skull by painting the white and then outlining it, but for such a small and cartoon little thing, I'm going to be doing it this way instead. I think it's a little easier too. And when you're filling in the bones for the crossbones, you want to have one of them not go through the center. That way it'll look like they're overlapping. So you want to be able to leave that thin black line so that you can tell where one is and one starts and one stops. And then add the eyes and the nose. And the eyes, I'm going to be making them two different sizes. And then, of course, add a layer of top coat. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked my design. Please share your recreations with me on Facebook and Twitter, and I will see you in my next video.